The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Single, slot.
Now Foles. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. It was the linebacker, Devin White, there to knock it away.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, Zoom. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Here's Foles. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Dexter Lawrence in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Under. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. That one goes for 30 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Foles. It's complete to Brown, right side. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
Back to throw. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed. Because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. 3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a first down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Guys, this game.
Back to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Mike 50. 56. Mike's 56. Down to lose one. 50.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Foles. And complete to Lewis over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a first down on a gain of 10. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
13. Hey, Foxtrot. 56. Curl. 56.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. They'll set up a throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the rookie linebacker from LSU, Devin White. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. After the interception, here's Stafford. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down. And now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. Call it a gain of 14 for the 2nd play in a row. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, here's Stafford. Wright's got it. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to...
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2... fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Credit that sack to Jabal Sheard.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Mike's 56. You're not ready. You're not ready. 56.
Looking to throw.
Hey, pick your game up.
10-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Let's go! 56 is the mic. Who that? Mike 56.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's second and goal. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's the Redskins in possession of the football as they'll see what they can do on third and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal.
Watch the motion.
They'll run for it with Dion Lewis. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. Out is Myers for the Seahawk field goal. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. And Myers able to knock it through. And it's 3-0 as the Redskins strike first. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
But he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Ramik Wilson on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 5 now. Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to...
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Noah Spence. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Here comes Grant on the return. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
It's a gain of 34.
Hey, watch your leg. Bravo. 56, Mike, 56. Here I come.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
I got him. Hey, high 7. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Watch the flag.
Back to throw here. Open man is Trey Burton. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now you can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
This is Hines, and that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. They'll look to throw. This one out left to the tight end, Burton. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, exit.
They'll set up to throw, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Keeper. Yeah, let's go. Check 25. Let's go.
2nd and 10. That is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Andy Isabella, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead grows to 10-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
The Cowboys take over. Get ready. At their own 25-yard line.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. To throw again on second down. Stafford out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Stafford going to come up 1st and 10, and he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Stafford looks to throw again. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
2nd and 10, Stafford again. Got his man. That's Mecole Hardman, the rookie. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
Hey, let's go.
Again, it's Stafford. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone?
Well, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Here's Foles. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with, but it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, 50 to Mike, 50 to Mike.
Now Foles. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Check 24, check 24. Dash, go now. Hit him.
Foles. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Jabal Sheard able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. On first down, Stafford here. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Throwing again on second down. Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 yards there, first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys! Marquise Goodwin, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Going 5-3! Going 5-3! Mike 56! Mike 56!
Now a play fake here on first down. Buying time to his left. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, two hands. Get two hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Brings up second and 11 at the Redskins 20.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Got to do better. Come on, you 32.
Throwing is Stafford. That is caught at the 7. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. They come out here in the eye. Trying to pound it in, Kamara. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And they give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a second and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can...
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Matthew Stafford, his second touchdown of the afternoon, and the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and the lead is now 14-10. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Watch the run, watch the run.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Second and 10 now from the 27.
Great.
They'll set up a throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A gain there of 21 yards. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now a toss play. It's Hines. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Here we go. Ready? It's a party now. Out.
They'll try to run with Hines. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and goal to go.
From back at the 3 now. This is 3rd and goal. Now back to throw. Dancing to his left. Now a hit, and Foles loses the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
At their own 25-yard line.
Break that. 180. 54 Mike. Hey, watch the slant.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Out of the gun, Stafford. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Josh Allen just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. So they go with the empty set, and that's the risk you run right there. Nobody was there to protect.
Well, you know how most offenses have audibles, and they've changed plays when they see certain sets. A lot of defenses do the exact same thing. You go to an empty back set, they bring pressure, and boy, did it pay off in this case.
That's it, baby. You got to work.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch switch. 49, check 49.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Brought in over the middle by Graham. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
56, Mike, 56. Okay, double up. 56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. 6 man.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Foles throwing the out route incomplete. That's Burton. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Foles now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10.
56 to Mike, boys, 56. Check, 56. Hey, Charlie. Out time, guys, out time. Let's get off the field. Let's get it.
Looking to throw. And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. Dexter Lawrence picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Watch the slant.
2nd and long.
Right there.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Grant. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain there of 21 yards.
Washington Redskins, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Great.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Let's go.
26-yard line.
Hey, Alpha. 56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike. Wildville.
On 1st down, he'll drop the throw. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Bandit. Kill. Mike 56.
Hey, Kaden.
Hey, let's get in them holes. 56 to Mike, boys. 56.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Man open left side is Brown. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Back to throw here. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Andy Isabella, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. On 1st down, it's Stafford. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Josh Allen in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Stafford out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far,
and he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Josh Hill, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And now the Cowboys are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Hey, 70!
Now it's Stafford to the goal line, but it's incomplete. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
They can't hang with us. It's on one. Month 56. Month 56. Hey, come on out here.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Connecting with Burton here over the middle. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
What we got? 56 to Mike. 56.
A first carry for Elijah McGuire. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He's got his tight end Fant. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. The Redskins, they can smell victory now. They take a knee.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Cowboys' 39-yard line.
Tonight, 380. 56. All day.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are looking at 2-0 right now. So a victory here for the Washington Redskins. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Washington, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.